All right, Yashala, getting right into it. Another video. Gonna be real quick, but hopefully it's edifying. As always, all praises to Yahweh Bashmi Avshai Bashma Kakadash. Always exalting those names Yahweh He is to be His son Yahweh Shai. He delivers. We need to deliver more than ever. We always say in the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle, elder, bishops, great millstone, must salutation to the brothers, each word for the hopeful elect. Stand there like Israelite foreigners across the world, four corners, where Israelites are scattered. We're at the end of this thing, and that's what we're here to do, prophesy. But let me start with Genesis 2 and 22. And the rib which the Lord, I'm going to read it verbatim, God had taken from man, he made he a woman and brought her into the man. He brought the woman to the man, not the opposite. So that's basically reporting to your man. Joining to your man and reporting to your man. And if you understand the scriptures or read the scriptures, plainly it says that when a man getteth a wife, he get a possession. Because I'll look up the word woman, which goes back to being a servant. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. All right, so like it says right here, woman, Asha.
Strong's 802.
Look at that.
Isha.
Beginneth a possession, King James Version. So Rock 36 and 24, they sure don't want us to get a hold of this, but the truth is already out there. So Rock and Apocrypha, they took the Apocrypha out, which means hidden book. Little red book that we use along with the Bible that is in the Bible, 1611. But, of course, they have the these, the thous, and the these instead of. So they claim that they took it out for that reason. But we know better than that. Sirach 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. And usually, most part, even the American woman, but the black woman, there's no pillar of rest for a man. There's no help. She's asking for help, and we know the situations of being cursed here in America as laborers or servants, and they don't really get that. So you'll have a title like this. She's checking for brothers, talking about a gorgeous German woman says she really likes black men. And that's not only German women, that's Philippine women, that's Chinese women, some of the Elamite women in the northern kingdom, which is our own women. But they'll see themselves for a black man too. But look how girly she acts. She's like a little, well, I ain't gonna say that, but she's very feminine. She's not using any masculinity,
Why are you into black men now? Tell me why.
I don't know. I think they have charisma, and I don't care at all. But I'm really into black men. My ex-boyfriend.
So why are you into black men now? Tell me why.
I don't know. I think they have charisma, and I don't care at all. But I'm really into black men.
So say what you want to, but you're not gonna. For the most part, Jake is not gonna want to come to a house of hell. It says, I'd rather dwell. Let me get that scripture. I would rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, King James Version. That's also in Sirach 25 and 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And it says the wicked woman should be a portion to a wicked man. So if you're talking about your man is wicked, you got to check yourself. Now, there's a term on Martin Lawrence show. If you watched it, a lot of our people have watched it, know about it. Tommy, Tommy on Martin, he'd always have this quote G.T.D. or is one episode that he brought that out. It was during that court episode, and Martin pushed him to tell him what the G.T.D. means. And, they had Tommy always playing the church guy. He would always, in certain instances, he would always, do that spontaneous preaching and all that. But he pushed him to say it, and he said, "What did the GTD mean?" He said, "Get the draws." Now, if you women don't believe in the supervision in the fatherhood supervision of Israel, you don't believe in the laws, and you're just out there free spirit, and you're not gonna have disciplined actions for men out there. For one, I mean, a man starts to do this at a young age, 13 to 14 years old. Listening to what's out there on the radio and what have you, his peers at school, So, or even if his father is an uncle, if they're still around, teach them about young girls and all that. So, this is not they start to know when they're like 20 or 25. No, they start to know at a young age. And also these young girls. But men are not, my point with that is men are not going to be looking at you like wife material. They don't even know you, man. So they're going to be looking at your physique. They're going to look at your body and how you look. That's how we grew up without even knowing, just knowing the inner working of the world and why these things are happening. Even being Israel and our curses, we're just like, man, she's fine, man. I got to talk to her. So they're not going to be looking at you like some damn marriage material right away and shit. And even so, they just want the box. And then all the women can say they animals, they horny and all that. No, that's how men are built. That's why Solomon had, 700 wives, 300 concubines, 700 wives. He had 1,000 women. And he wanted wisdom from the Most High. You saying he just wanted to box on these women? But as a king, he's gonna pick the best women. You're gonna pick the best of anything. You try to find the best house. You try to find the best car. You don't want a half-working car and all that. You try to find so you're gonna have the best of women if you can afford it. So a lot of you women might not even make that roster. But you want a confined man in these places. Let's say you say, well, I want a man that's making 6 figures. If that man making 6 figures, you know what that man gonna do? I'm tired of this damn woman. I can get a better woman than this. I'm gonna start traveling. And if he travels, best believe he ain't gonna come back. Because he's gonna run into some women like this. That's more on the sweet side, feminine side. That don't talk back, that love his dirty draws, that got compliments every time you come, man. You're a king. You got charisma. I love everything you do. See, when you return to a black woman home, she's like, where you been? You probably been with that bitch up the street. Nobody wants to come home to that. So I don't know. You women are living a damn. You delusional, man. That's why I said I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than keep house with a wicked ass woman, man. And then y'all be like, nobody wants your ass. Let us go to these places around the world. and it talks about a man well traveled. Let us go to these places. See that they only say that because he's down he's down on his luck. He don't might not make enough money or whatever. But if she want a 6-figure man, like they always say, well, why don't you make more money? And then when he make more money, he's like, well, I don't want to put up with this bitch. I'm out. Because I can get a better one. So with that, you women ain't wife material. People been together for 10 to 15 years and they still get divorced. She still drives him to his nerves and all that. And then you got the simp side also. It says in the scriptures, many have ran out of their wits for women. But they don't want simps because, they want simps to control. But when it's time to fight lions and bears and shit, they want a thug and shit. And then I don't see women checking other women and shit. Like, if you trying to check a man, why are you looking at her? And the other girl got to ask all out in the titties. Well, maybe you should tell that woman, like, you shouldn't be out here like this, sister. See, that's how much the hatred goes deep, because they communicate with this serpent, man. That's the fucking thing, man. They communicate with the serpent, man. And of course, the serpent hates Jake. Talking about the so-called white man in his system. It was built against mainly the so-called Black, Latino, Native American man. Not them. And this is all due to not wanting to be in order. And even as a nation, Israel not wanting to be in order with the Most High. Israel is Most High's bride. It's supposed to be his woman. So you see how that effect trickles down to where now we see it in our women, how Israel treated the Most High. And you be like, man, I can't keep up with this fucking woman and shit. And she got complaints everywhere I go. Telling me when I need to be home, telling me what I need to do, telling me where I need to go. You can't tell the Most High where he needs to be, where he needs to go. Just like it says you can't put him in a building. You can't hold and contain the Most High in a damn building, man. In a fucking raggedy ass church building and shit. Thinking your shit don't stink, man. And that's what a lot of these women attitude is, man. Like they just perfect, like they need to be catered to. Escorting and all that. And they've been with 100 men. And some of them are 40, 50, even 60, like Vivica Fox trying to look for a man and shit. Like I said, if nobody wanted her when she was pretty and young, model looking like, nobody's going to want her fat, hippo ass now with all that surgery. Like, how delusional can you be, man? And she don't know. She's high in her ranks as a celebrity, but she probably don't really have that much money. So she's kind of in between a hard place, rocking a hard place. Cause she might want a regular man, but she's famous, so she won't. But in the celebrity world, they don't want her, cause they know who she been sleeping with. They got their own club of gossip. Same thing with Jennifer Lopez and shit from the block. Yeah, you from the block. Probably been on the block a couple of times, selling yourself. But I'm just saying, nobody said nothing about her being a whore. Oh, she just can't find love. Well, that means, hey, y'all got to take that proverb about y'all that Most High departed you not with wisdom, because y'all leave it to y'all. Y'all can't, 100 dudes deep and can't find the right one. Something's wrong. Telling you, if I had that many women and they all went astray or whatever, I'm gonna be a player for life. Like who said that song? I'm gonna be a player for life. Look at they got Jay-Z and turned him into a woman basically. Remember, he was big pimping on MTV, big pimping, and now they didn't hook him up with Beyonce, and he didn't grew his hair out long like a woman, and next to Diddy and all that, at Diddy parties and all that. So y'all gonna be left out there. Because it tells you women submit to your husband. I don't got a husband. Well, you need to pray whatever state you're in, and pray to the Most High. Just like Hagar cried out, even her heathen ass cried out, after Sarah dealt with her. But her affliction was hurt, and she got 12 princes out of it. Just making a point that prayer works. And I won't say that was prayer. She just cried out. And then the angel told her, take your ass back to Sarah and shit. Report back to Sarah. I'm just saying, it's not only a hard world, but you don't want to, all that sweet Jesus. That's why they lean on sweet Jesus, because he's the nicest guy in the world. And he'll let them be anything they want to be. Sluts, he'll let them have a slut walk. Those are the same ones that say they believe in Jesus. Same ones that coming out of the church, sleeping with all different kind of men, the same ones that believe in Jesus. Same ones that commit adultery, and then you be like, well, what's your religion or what's your background? Well, I'm a Christian. Christian is just thrown out there, just and nobody asks questions about that. They continue to go to church. Church is just open. That's why it's called harlot houses. It's just open. A brothel, just open. Going in and out every day. You got women, wicked ass women, just going in and out and every day. No rebuke, no checking in with the preacher, nothing. Just, and then you want a man to look up on you as wife material. How? Where's your what prove that you wife material? That takes time. It says try the spirits by the spirits. It says, test a friend and all that. It says be patient and long suffering. How I'm gonna know you wife material and shit, man? Just by the first look. I'm looking at your body and your face, and we ain't got time to go through lessons and and you just lay down, you get with a woman, hit her, and it's supposed to be a structure to that. It's supposed to be a setup by that in the household, starting with the father, giving his daughter into this man. But since y'all ain't got that, don't be asking for no structure from a man. Don't be asking to be respected and looked at as wife material when you out of that structure in the first place. Only the real marriage that's set up is in the Bible. It's not according to this world, because you can't marry somebody and then just leave when you want to. It says you're bound to your husband as long as he liveth, by the bound by the law to your husband as long as he liveth. These wouldn't be like, well, it's a good time to leave. I think I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna start over on New Year's and start a new clean slate. You ain't gonna tell your man you're already dealing with another man. Why are you dealing with your husband? And then all of a sudden, boom, and then next thing you know, you filing divorce, child support, and all that, and you ain't even talked to him or said nothing about it. You just, you just let it happen and shit. That's some wicked ass shit, man. Y'all gonna be destroyed for that shit. With nuclear fire. You don't think this fire is coming to America? Because it's mostly the women in America That's the worst women. It's the fucking women in America. This woman, she's in Germany and she's a so-called white woman, you know, and she's talking about how much she loved the black man. Now, I'm not talking about that, the man out there is perfect or anything, you know. But like I said, that's why you need to check yourself, because it says a wicked woman is given portion as a portion to a wicked man. Let me get that. A wicked woman is a portion to a wicked man, King James Version. So Rock 26 and 23. It says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So you saying, oh, that nigga nasty, whatever you say about him, that means you are. And a lot of these women that talk about these men, the men that they talk about is their own husbands that they have like 2 or 3, 4, 5 children with. You wicked ass women, man. How you gonna be talking about a man and you open up your legs and had like 3 or 4 or 5 children with, man? It says, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. That's why if brothers, if you dealing with women and she fine, she body, and then you lose her, that means the Lord didn't want you to have her. She's something's wrong with her, man. You know, like your parents used to tell you when you was a kid, when a toy malfunctioned, she'd be like, well, your parents be like, well, we'll just go and replace it. And if we can't fix it, you don't need that toy. And you see how she's all dolled up and all that. She's on the town. She's she's really to be a play toy for a man. Now these black women want to bring morals into it. Y'all ain't moral, man. Because if y'all were, y'all wouldn't be dealing with half of the dudes or most of the dudes that you talk about. Because to you, that according to you and report, they're no good. And your moral, according to what? Some kind of moral standards that you think in your head. He's always at the club. He's always he gambles. He drink. Oh, every time I see him, he's drinking. Or he must be messing with other women because he's never home. You know. By what standards do you accuse? That's all women say. He's not right. Well, what is not right? Because it's biblical that a man can have more than one woman. That's biblical, man. Solomon, the very son of David, reincarnated, the son of God, he had 1,000 women. Nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, you get more help. Matter of fact, it says, them that increases knowledge increases sorrow. That as much is given, much responsibility. So I need many wives because I have many responsibilities. I need things done. I'm a king. I'm a prince. I need things done. And even in a small way, in our curses and this little bitty ass effed up America and shit, you know, we need a lot of things done too. I don't care if it's cooking and taking care of the children all day. I don't care if it's making a grocery list. I don't care if it's teaching your daughters constantly like, hey, stay on top of your game, you know. Make sure you cover yourself up. Make sure you pray to the Lord, you know. You could be occupied in your mind toward the Lord, man. Women are busybodies. They need to go out and touch shit and do shit and go to the mall and put their hands on, necklaces and rings and go to get the manicure, pedicures, go get, massaged and lashes done, their eyebrows done, their lips, their hair done and shit. You know? And they want a man to be interested in all that. Ain't nobody interested in you going with you to pick out no damn shoes, man. That was another That was another Martin episode, man. Like, he's like, bro, how you do it, bro? You just be sitting in here with these women while they searching for shoes. Something wrong, brother. Y'all women need to quit expecting men to be like women, man, or being the same interest in women and shit that women have and shit, man. It's not gonna happen, man. And even when a woman's in order, it's still some man got to deal with. Cause really, there ain't no such thing. Really, you need to continue to correct a woman. You know, cause what? Not only the devil's in the ear, devil's in her heart, but her homegirls in her ear. Other men are working at her like, man, you don't need that nigga on some wicked ass stuff, shit. You know, all these simp ass songs talking about how they longing for another man's wife and shit, man. Like, I could treat you better, I could love you better. You know, Joe had that song talk about how he treats how he treats you. You should leave him. You know, like, why y'all obsessed with another man's wife, man? Like, what the hell is that, man? Jake need a damn reset, man. He's gonna get it with those missiles, man. And a lot of those type of niggas gonna I hope be drafted in the World War III, man. Hope you become a body bag to these you know these nations, man. Hope they use you as a body bag, man. Starts off with puppy love. You're in high school, and you think you're gonna be with that woman forever. You're only like 14, and you damn women got to think about that. When you was out there like that, you was only 12 or 13 when you started seeing boys and all that. We thought we was grown ass men at 14, which we supposed to be, but this watered down America, that doesn't happen. But when you 14, you're a grown thinking man, man. You you usually ready to get married. Like, damn, I want to get with her. What do they call it? High school sweethearts. Because they thinking about going to college, and then when they get out of college, they'll get married, or during college or whatever. But they thinking about being together for a long ass time, forever, if in their minds. But how many times have that happened? What's the statistics on that? 99, probably 99.9 that high school, you ain't never with your high school partner that you laid down with, or the first person you laid down with. We ain't talking about from your 20s when you was out of, we talking about the first person you laid down with, which was probably like when you was 13, 14 years old. The sleepovers that happen when the girls sneak over and have a sleepover with their girlfriends, and the boys sneak in the window. Back, let's pick it up from there. Now, if you 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, you probably 100, over 100 men deep. You know, they had something they called my whole phase. They just wiped they just wiped that off like that. That don't even matter. I was just, out there at that time. I was just, that don't even count on my roster. I was, that's my whole phase. So women got a different state of mind, man. We don't think like y'all. Now we, we like women, their bodies, like to lay down with women, but we ain't no horn dogs. We don't think like y'all, man. Usually, all that seduction and all that lust usually comes from a woman doing that to a man. You'll have a man that catches the elevator to his job, come back down to that, and then he like, yeah, I'm getting home to my wife. And it's a woman that fucking seduce him, man, over time and time, and being, well, we should talk sometime. Well, I can't really do that. Wife at home and all that. Well, it'll just be a short little lunch or something. And if she's pretty, you be like, all right. Or she'll catch you in the sitting down lunch and just sit down with you and shit. And she'll give you those draws, man. And your woman be like putting the blame on you and shit. You done turned this woman down plenty of time. And she'll never say, well, quit seducing my husband. You know? Then you got this world oversexed by women showing ain't nobody like these Sukihana demons, these sexy red demons. Women be rooting for their asses, man. You'll hardly see a woman saying, hey, why are they doing that? They should be putting on some clothes, because those are the same kind of women that be coming to your man. Well, a lot of times they look better than Sukihana and them. And these women don't say shit about that, man. Like y'all act like y'all can't come against your own women and shit. Like that's what an older woman supposed to, or a more knowledgeable woman supposed to do. Say, hey, what are y'all doing, man? Now they got eyelashes that come out over their damn eye, lips. The ass is extra out, and she'll walk past you. She'll have a woman to walk past you and make sure you see the ass, and then ask, "What are you looking at?" And then your woman be like, "What? Yeah, what are you looking at?" Yeah, her ass is hanging out. Like, what the hell you think I'm looking at? You got to let her know that she shouldn't be doing that shit, man. And then you simp dudes, or you just got to be a nigga or a simp to let your woman walk around like that, man, for other men to see. And then if you got a nigga trying to holler at her because you'll see another nigga coming out the store. Hey, what the fuck you looking at my girl for? Because that might be the type of nigga where I'm just out here looking for some, I'm looking for that. Well, not my wife, you know. Pimps be picking up women because they look ready already. It's easy for pimps. Hey, come here. You look like you could be down, you know. So this whole world is messed up, man. That's why destruction is coming to this place, man. All out wild, man. Free spirit. Hey, that's another word for all out wild. These females talk more, and you be like, damn, they act like they didn't grow up with parents and shit. But then you look at their mom, you be like, yeah, she's ratchet too. That's another proverb. So as the mother is the daughter, King James Version. You can't escape the Most High, what he says. You can't escape his words. His words come true. His words shall be. You can't, he made you. He made you women. He's able to destroy. That's why you're going to be destroyed here in America. Most High is able to do that because he's the one that made you. But he made a man to be upright, he said. Not to be no harlot, no prostitute, man. So don't check yourself. Don't be trying to blame the Most High for that. Well, you the one that made me. Well, let's let the so-called white man put your ass in slavery and chains, and then don't cry to me because obviously you got a problem with me. It says Ezekiel 16:44, behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, As is the mother, so is the daughter. And you'll find that today, the mother and daughter in the same club. You'll find the mother and daughter stripping. Y'all gonna be destroyed. Fire, brimstone, whatever you want to call it. Missiles, arrows are gonna come and knock this place out. I'm talking about America. And we already know about you women according to the scriptures. That scriptures don't lie. Most High don't lie. He's not a man that he should lie. I was shy. He said he come in the volume of the book. It said of you that she turneth away no quiver. No arrow. The arrow into the quiver. You're the quiver. The korbah, which means vagina. You let a man. Hey, you let a man f your eardrum. That's how freaky these women are, man. And they got a nerve to say, man, you nasty. Just because you bathe and right after you slut yourself out and you bathe in fruits and all that, that don't mean that just didn't happen. Because it says, adulterous woman wipeth her mouth. Adulterous woman wipeth her mouth, King James Version. It says, Proverbs 30 and 20. See, the Most High, he got the rap on you, man. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and said, I have done no wickedness, man. You know? And the churches and the clubs, they're all the same. And you know, women don't want to go to no damn library to find a man. She want to go to a place where they hanging out, smoking and gangstering it up and G'd up and, and the pimp, the pimp character, But when she marry him, she wants them, to be a fat back potato couch with a lot of money and lets her go shopping every day and max out his credit card. That's a damn that's a fantasy. That's not real. That's not reality, man. And that's what Most High is waking these women up to reality. You're not gonna find a 6-figure man, and if I'm guarantee if you do, he gonna pass your ass up, man. He looking for model status. He looking for, ones that's quiet and don't complain and and best believe he's gonna be traveling, or his job, the job that he has, is gonna be a busy, so he ain't gonna have no time for you. A lot of them stay-at-home moms and women, they either settle to be quiet like that, or when they meet a man that just an average worker, whatever, they have settled and understood that assignment. Like, okay, this is, I can't ask for too much. I'm just be a stay-at-home mom, long as the bills are paid and all that. But I'm not looking for no 6-figure man no more. Because I'm not a 6-figure worthy woman. Think about that. Anyway, I went too long on this, but yeah, man. So many other scriptures, but yeah, don't be surprised if most men that you see, 99 point whatever, is getting the draws. And then when you start to complain about him getting the draws or wanting to get married like a day, a week later, on a relationship, and getting a week later, that man don't know you. He don't know how many men you've been with. He don't know, what what you do behind closed doors. And you women might say the same thing about men. Well, yeah, you could say the same thing, but don't complain about you being lonely and shit and having no man. And don't complain about women. And don't try to boast yourselves of being lesbians like that's gonna fly with the Most High because it's a lonely ass world and the men, it's a shortage of men. Nah, you just don't want a man ruling over you. That's the problem. There's plenty of men that want women in order. You know, that 6-figure man, he come home, he don't want to hear shit from you. You know, like Corey Holcomb said, hey, you cough wrong, I'm out, because I don't have to deal with this. But a lot of men in the 90s, they got caught up because you know how it went. The women got offered Section 8 in housing and they got help, and the men, and they said, well, you can live with me. And they got caught up living with these women, you know, thinking that they was going to be, you know, that was going to work out. But it didn't. So now women are suffering because of that. You know, it takes a long time to stack your money and become, you know, established to where you don't really have to look back no more. You ask the so-called white man that, he got a banking system. None of you women got banking systems. You know, I never heard of I've heard of, you know, women got their own business, whatever. He's a teacher, whatever. I never heard of a woman having a banking system, you know. So, you know, certain things you gotta consider. Like that woman that had that body, she was a Brazilian woman, I think. They was talking about a BBL or whatever, but she had that body, and the teachers was like, yeah, you're distracting the students. But her job was on the line because of that, you know. So y'all women are being confined now. Most High is humbling you now. And you're starting to know an older man get, and then especially when he's more grounded, he's gonna want a young marriable woman that's able to be groomed. I'm not talking about no fucking molesting shit, no no R. Kelly BS, man. That's devil shit. And we curse all you devils that painted GMS that way. The hell with you demons, man. Because anything that's not true, Most High is going to destroy, man. Anyway, went too long, shalom.